Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It was a beautiful day out today, and it's actually Tuesday today when I'm filming this. And I did do the beginning of this video sitting out on my front steps in the afternoon, drinking a beer. And unfortunately, the camera was set to a manual setting, and it was out of focus, so I couldn't use that. So it's actually 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday night, and I'm up. I went to sleep for a while and got up and decided to go for a little walk. So I figured, well, I'll reshoot the beginning of the video. The rest of it's fine. So that's what we're doing. So very peaceful out here this time of day. A little bit dark, but you know, there you have it. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, so I guess that's to be expected. There's that transformer up there. I always walk by that, and it hums like that. It's always done that. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to talk about during this video is last week I discussed the CraigTube Porter, which I asked you guys with all the grains I got from that the viewer that sent me all the grains. And I said, you know, what do you want me to add to the CraigTube Porter? And so you guys gave me a bunch of ideas in the comment section. And so I took those into consideration. And wow, it's getting dark. There's a big space between street lights at this point. I'm just walking, you know, sort of up the street from my house. It's pretty dark. You can see. But it's a beautiful time to be out because it's very peaceful. There's no cars, there's no kids, there's nothing. You're just all by yourself. It's kind of desolate, actually. There's often times where I'm out here, but I haven't really gone to bed yet, and I come out for a walk, you know, before I go to sleep. And it's very nice and peaceful. So, anyway, so yeah, the CraigTube Porter thing. I did use the chocolate rye, but I didn't use a lot of it. And I also used just regular rye malt. I also used some honey malt and some smoked malt grains. So it should be quite interesting. And at this point, I think I can pick this up down in the dungeon where I've got a beer and something else I want to try as well, something I brewed up. It's the hopped hard apple cider. So we'll catch you in there. Okay, so anyway, back to the porter, the CraigTube Porter. So some of you guys recommended the chocolate rye, and some of you were talking about some honey malt and a smoked malt. So I was, you know, kind of mulling it around and, you know, tossing it around in my brain. Did a little bit of research online to see how much of these things you would normally use and stuff, and I couldn't really get a grasp on how much smoked malt versus how much honey malt versus, you know, so it's an experiment. Big question mark over my head. I don't know what's going to happen. But here was my thinking. I took some of the chocolate malt that I used before, and I, you know, tasted it. You know, okay, yeah, okay, I got that, okay. And then I took the chocolate rye malt, tasted it. Whoa. It's almost like chewing on like coffee grinds. It's pretty strong. So I thought, well, you know, I could replace the chocolate malt with the chocolate rye, but I don't know if it's going to taste like coffee or what. So Anyway, here's what I decided to do. I'll put the recipe down below, and the ones that are in capitals are the new grains that I added. I didn't change any of the other parts of the recipe from last time. I decided to go with the chocolate rye, but just a little bit of it. And I had the regular, just plain rye malt. I threw a bunch of that in too. So that rye thing's really going to come through. And I was tasting it. It had a little bit of a creamy sort of taste to it. So I think maybe, hopefully, it'll add a nice creamy, angle to the beer. Then there was a smoked malt, which I said, yep, I want the smoked one in there. Some of you guys were saying could be a nice smoked porter. But with the smoked malt and the chocolate rye both being a little bit sort of bitter, I decided to put the honey malt in as well to maybe counter that side of things. So some of them I just threw the whole bag in, what he sent me. So it's like 240 grams of some of them, and then 50 grams of the chocolate rye. Threw them in there. I didn't film it. It's the same procedure as I did before. The only thing I did different was I put the Cooper's English Bitter kit in. There it is. There it is. Well, it's upside down, but you got the idea. I put that in when the wort was still hot. So I steeped the grains. Did like sort of a brew in the bag sort of steeping method, because that was a lot of grains. It wouldn't fit in just a standard grain bag. Look, I've been using that one for years. Still works. Just smells like hops. Oh, there's another one there. It wouldn't fit in any of those, so I got my big one out and I just lined the pot with it. Threw all the grains in there and some cold water. Brought the temperature up to 165-ish. And then put the lid on and let it steep for half an hour. So the grains were in there for a good hour because I had to bring it up to temperature and all that. So we ended up with a really, really dark sort of tea, if you will. And then I added brought it up to a boil, added the liquid malt extract, dry malt extract, the hops, a whirl flock tablet for good measure, just for good luck. And boiled it for 10 minutes, and then I put in the Cooper's kit, and then I cooled it, and you know the rest. And that's what you hear bubbling away right now. That's what you saw at the beginning of the video. And it is smelling absolutely amazing coming out of the airlock. Very, very interesting and full. Lots of aroma there. So that's that. So thank you for your input on that. And helped me really pull together a sort of recipe that I'm sure it'll taste fine. It smells great, so we'll see. Okay, so thanks again. I don't really have anything flamboyant this week. My green screen, it fell down. Oops, there's my blouse. Let's put that back there. This is the green screen. It's just a cloth. It's just a green fabric. Okay, I have tons of this. I have even two different shades of green, but this one seems to work better. And it fell down. The tape didn't hold, so I'll put it back. I got some new tape, some stronger tape that we can put up. That's the problem with concrete walls. This whole basement is concrete walls. It's very hard to hang stuff because you gotta basically drill into the concrete. You need a special drill bit and a hammer drill and all that stuff, which I don't have. But it's a pain. You can't hang things up very easily, so you gotta use tape and stuff like that. But I got some stronger tape, and the funny thing is that this tape, they call it duct tape. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that these things here that you're looking at now, it's part of the furnace apparatus, right? These are called ducts, D-U-C-T-S. And the tape is used to tape around the seams of the ducts so that you don't have leaks. It's called duct tape. But why do they call it duct tape? Literally, there's a picture of a frigging duck. Is that Rubber Ducky? Is that Rubber Ducky from Sesame Street? But anyway, so I got that, but it's pretty strong tape. So I'll get that thing back up there and we'll utilize it. It's pretty cool. I did enjoy using that. It should add a lot of fun to some of the videos when I do them here. So that's that. I need a breather. as you listen to the fermenting beer over there. Some people like to put a fan on when they sleep. Some people like to listen to like white noise or rain or something. I just make a loop of that, and that puts me to sleep, knowing that that's happening over there, nice and healthily. I'm just about to keg an IPA, which is what I did a couple weeks ago. Put it together as, again, Cooper's IPA with a couple of hop additions, 30 minutes and 10 minutes hop additions. So hopefully that'll be nice and hoppy. Excuse me, ready to go into a keg after I shoot this video. And so I'll be drinking that probably on Friday on my cast. So you'll be able to see that. Hopefully it's ready. I think it should be. It should be all right. And some of you are probably wondering what's gone on with the hopped apple cider. And so, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go. I've got one in the fridge, and we're going to give it a whirl. I don't know what it tastes like yet. I've saved it until the video here. So let's grab a glass. Let me see which one. Anyways, I'll select a glass, and we'll get this hopped apple cider, and we'll give it a whirl. Be right back. Okay, we're up in the kitchen, and I selected this glass. Got this as a gift a couple of years ago from somebody who was in the military, and there was only, I think, 50 of these made, actually, within their little, within their military squad, whatever you call it. Sorry, I don't have anything to do with the military, so I don't know anything about it. But so he sent me this, and I figured, hey, I haven't used this in a while. So let's get this, my fridge just came on, and it makes a lot of weird noises, so it's not me. I have not eaten beans lately. Let's get it out of the freezer here. Now it's not extremely cold, but it's chilled down quite nicely. I used a plastic bottle so that I could, feel how carbonated. It's very, very hard, and I got 3 of these out of the deal. So let's give it this is the hopped apple cider. Let's give it a go. It's tight. There, got a little hiss out of it there. Which means it's carbonated. Whoa. Holy moly. Hops. Yeah. Definitely hops there. It's not clear, okay? It's not going to be clear. I waited and waited and waited, and it's just not going to do it. I'm not going to filter it. So, let's give it a go. You can see that it's carbonated. Now this is about 9%. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's looking all right. It's about 9% alcohol. Let's put the cap on here. I don't lose the bubbles. It's about 9% alcohol, so I better take it easy on this because I haven't even cooked supper yet, so I don't want to get inebriated before I can do that. So there you have it. Again, it's not clear, and I can hear the fizz. Sounds like soda. Hops. Really. Cheers. Oh, thanks to SeQ01 and others on YouTube for suggesting this. Wow. God's sakes, you know what? It tastes like carbonated grapefruit juice. I swear. I hope that's not my wife coming home from shopping, because then I have to go help her bring the groceries in. But it does. It tastes like carbonated grapefruit juice. It doesn't have that citrusy tang, but it's very sort of citrusy, grapefruitish, or sorry, hit me already, orangish. And of course it's carbonated, and this is the first time I've ever carbonated an apple cider or an apple wine. I like that. This is a step up. This is definitely a step up from just a plain old hard apple cider. The hops really take away from that tart, sort of maybe a little bitter. It's a flavor you get from the apple juice because you know you're taking all the sugars out of it by fermenting it, right? So you're left with that sort of less than sweet apple juice flavor, which isn't really, you know, not always favorable. But the hops, they really they put something back in there that replaces that, and it's really very nice. I wish I could describe it better. I'm not very good at describing. It's like unsweetened apple juice with the hops, grapefruity hop, grapefruit sort of dimension to it. I mean, grapefruit. I mean, that's right up front. I can tell you right now, it tastes like that. Plus, it's carbonated. So, very, very nice, and I would make this again. In fact, I do have the stuff to make it, and I will do a video of me making this, my version of hopped apple cider. I bought extra hops for it, and I've got the juice downstairs. I've got everything I need for it, and it's yeast and everything. So I will do a video on that now that I know that it works. You could filter it. You could use, you know, gelatin or something to clear it, but then I don't know if it would carbonate in the bottle because you need the yeast. Yeah, you can hear my fridge. It makes weird noises. I don't know. Sounds like a Scottish snare drum marching band. We're missing the bagpipes. Anyway, so that's that. And the only other thing I have to cover in this video is just what's coming up. And I know what you're thinking. I'm supposed to be doing the Mr. Beer kit and all that stuff. I've done it. I've got another brewing video that I also did. I keep saying this over and over again. These videos are coming up. They are on the editing block. It's spring. We're doing a lot of gardening and things around the house. So I'm busy. And with my Friday night cast and doing the Brew Wednesday videos, it gets a little bit, you know, time runs out. So, but I promise that those videos will be out before the next Brew Wednesday video. So that's a promise I've made. Now I have to live up to it. So before I see you again on this video, you will have 2 other brewing videos and probably some Craig's beer tasting videos as well too. So lots of stuff coming up there. I hope to see you Friday on my live broadcast. And other than that, cheers out, guys. Have a safe week. And we will see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for washing too, because, you know, it gets smelly. It's after a while. I'm having the bag from just that little bit. Maybe it's stronger than 9%. But please rate the video thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't done already. It really helps me tremendously when you do those things. And, well, cheers out. 17.